Okay, so we have Kim Kardashian West. She's I guess in the case talking, trying to get the clemency deal plea with Brandon Bernard. Okay, now Brandon Bernard, he was involved in the murder and the brutal kidnapping of Stacy and Todd Backley. Now he was 18 years old. It was actually three other teenagers that was involved in this case. And so when the brutal kidnapping happened, I don't know what motivated them to do it, but this happened in 1999, and he was locked up, of course, because of his involvement in that, and also too he was charged for just disposing the body. So in a way that he after Christopher Valla, he was executed back in September. So Christopher was the one of the perpetrators in the case. He shot the two couples in the head. After that, they put the body in the trunk, and he actually he told Brandon Bernard to go in here and set the bodies on fire. And he's facing the death penalty. He's been facing death penalty. He's been locked up since 1999, man. So the decades, bro. And Kim Kardashian, she's been going through this whole prison reform. Make sure people get like clemency deals, like little things like if they show some type of remorse, or she's looking at analyzing little cases and stuff. I don't know. She had like aspirations to become an attorney, and she did some good things. I mean, when President Trump was in office, I mean, she was working with him to get people who had these long sentences, that going ahead and hey, you just gonna have like short sentencing, or as you go ahead, let's look in further detail, because the death penalty itself and execution, it's really not historically accurate at times. I mean, you got people who's locked up for weed or marijuana or conspiracy, and they doing the death penalty. I remember I did a report on the Louisiana case. I think back in the 70s, they were saying like, hey, if anybody who was charged for a murder, first degree murder, they just gonna get the death penalty, regardless. Like, you don't have no attorney representing you, just gonna get the death penalty. And I think that's completely wrong. But this is a touchy subject, because I even had Donna Ladd, who is the stepsister of Stacy. She was saying that during his trial, he ain't had no remorse. But Kim Kardashian, according to her, she talked on the phone with him, and she said, he was very remorseful. He was sorry about his involvement in killing the Stacy. He doesn't deserve to have lethal injection, and I believe his time is up, so they had to hang up. So, I mean, this is crazy. I mean, I think it's about five people that's starting to be executed during the President Trump's, administration. And I mean, I appreciate what Kardashian is doing, but like I said, I wasn't there, and I'm not, and I can't tell how the other families feel. The victims. I mean, even down to say like, okay, well, say it was the other way around. If it was your daughter and somebody did this to you, would you be remorseful? What would you think differently? And that's a legitimate. That's a legitimate. I'll sit up here and say, just talk. I mean, that's a question. That's a legitimate question, man. But I can't say Kim Kardashian is wrong on this. I can say the brother, should he deserve a lethal injection? I mean, Christopher Valla was the one who shot the two couples in the head. I believe. I mean, I hate to say this. I'm like, yeah, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, man. Eye for an eye, bro. I mean, I understand that the Lord's gonna give his vengeance, but her statement is this: that with Brandon Bernard, I mean, even though he didn't kill him, but he was involved in that heinous crime, killing him doesn't solve. It's not going to bring those two couples back. It's not going to bring them back at all. It's not going to solve anything. It's going to create a hatred. So I see where she coming from that sense, trying to create like, just kind of just forgive, don't forget, but forgive, and let's continue to move forward. Yes, he's wrong. The man did his time. I can see he got away with it, but the man did his time. And based on this case, I'm not an attorney, I'm just going by my personal opinion. I just think he maybe, like I said, it do 30, 40 years since his get out, man. I mean, I don't think he should deserve death penalty. Now, the gentleman that killed him, yes, I agree with that. Because, I mean, for no reason, you don't go ahead and just kill innocent people. I hate when people does that. That's evil, and wicked. You're going to have to pay for that. If you don't pay from the earth, you're going to pay that to the Most High. But this is really, it's a great area, man. This is crazy. It's sad that she was just saying that he wouldn't be able to see his daughter like that through a glass. He couldn't even touch his family. I mean, he's been locked behind bars since 99, man. So, I mean, yeah, but nobody told these brothers to go out here and do this. I mean, yeah, they were 18. They were very young. But at the same time, man, what conspires you to go ahead and kill people, kill a family. That's somebody's. That could have been somebody's mentor, or somebody's teacher. Like, so you gotta have to pay for that. And yeah, maybe like I say, he did some things in jail and stuff. I'm not saying everyone who do first degree murders just should die, but like the Dollar Roof situations, maybe the George Floyd stuff like that, man, it's not even had nothing to do with race. But when you just kill innocent people for no reason, you have to pay for that. But it has to be a thorough investigation. The three other teenagers, they don't have the death penalty, because if that was the case, I'll sit up here and say, like, everyone should get the death penalty then. So with Kim Kardashian, I mean, even though she's working on to be a civil rights attorney, I don't know. Maybe she can use her influence, but she's really bargaining for this clemency deal, back for mercy, really. And she's pleading with people in the White House. So we got to see how this is gonna all pay out, man. But I just thought this was a really disturbing case, man. We don't know, man. It's crazy. It reminds me of that movie, Thurgood Marshall, I believe. I think it was Thurgood Marshall, but it was a gentleman, man. He was a Vietnam vet, and he thought he was in, he had PTSD, so he thought he was in wartime. And what he did was he ended up making and creating like an IED or some type of bomb, homemade bomb on his neighbor's porch. And it was like wrapped up in the package. So she opened it up and exploded and killed her. And he was just saying, like, man, I served my country. I can't believe I did. I thought I was in wartime. They messed me up, put me all on these medications. I didn't know what I was doing. I can't believe it. And I was drafted. And then they executed him. So, I mean, was it right? Was it wrong? I don't know. The death penalty is a very touchy subject. It really is. So I don't know how people feel about it, man, but I do believe that you have to serve some time. You have to pay for that, if you go ahead and do anything wrong, especially to innocent people. So I believe that, but we'll see, man. But what you guys think, man? You think Brandan Bernard? I mean, I know people got to do some more research in the case, but should he get the death penalty, the lethal injection, or should he just get out? Since he been locked up for so long. What's your thoughts? Because I'm real curious. I'm really So nearly like 20 years, man. I mean, this man in prison. So it's that long enough as someone who murders your family member. I mean, I hope I'll never ever be in that situation. I mean, I would be highly upset, and I want him to get. I want my family member to get justice as much as possible. But it's death gonna pop through my mind, baby. But who knows? But I want that person to do time, though. Like the Botham Jean situation that happened, right? The Ahmaud Arbery. Can you imagine that? Them brothers, when people found that young man and killed him, and got away with it for like 5-6 weeks, man. It's crazy, right? Until they released the footage. You imagine if I was the family member of that? Like, you mean tell me my son jogging, y'all shut up here and killed him and mistaken him, thought he was robbing you guys because he was black and stuff like that? I mean, it has no evidence. Like, it's crazy, bro. So I mean, I was highly upset. So I can see how a family member would be like, he deserves, time in prison. Yeah, that's good enough. But at the same time, though, he needs to feel the pain that we felt, losing a family member. So this is tough, man. This is a really tough decision. But that's all I really have to say, man. You guys tune, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I'm gonna have the link in the description box. This article on TMZ. You guys can read it. Just tell me what you guys think, man. I'm out. Deuces.